So are you seeing the web browser?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will talk about the batch system, and the very basics to run a simple script. This will be very, very quick session. So these are the projects for the centers, and for NAISS. You can use this one for the course. And also this is the project directory. Yeah. So as you can see here, any longer resource intensive or parallel jobs must be run through the batch script, which means that one shouldn't execute the batch jobs for Julia on the login nodes. So because we have many nodes now and there's several ways to connect to HPC2N, so you will need to pay attention to what login to what node you are logging into. So this is our workflow for working with the Slurm. You write a batch script, and here you specify the modules that you need, for instance, Julia in this case. Then activate the isolated environment in case you have an isolated environment, as you have seen in the previous talk. And then as the resources that you need, GPU, CPUs, then give the inputs to the Julia job, and finally submit the job with SBatch and the Julia script name. It is a summary of the useful commands, how to submit the job, how to get a list of the jobs, check specific jobs, and other commands. These are very useful, right? When you are working with Slurm. So this is a simple example. Yeah, here you can see it just print out the hello world string. Yeah, in Julia, and here is the example for running with the HPC2N. Yeah. So what I can do here is that I can copy this script. Notice here that I write these letters, and it means that you should use the project that you are part of, or in the present case, the project course, right? Which is listed above. Yeah. Then here you specify the time that your job will take. So if the job exceeds this time, then it will be canceled by Slurm. So that's why you need to be aware of the time roughly that the job takes. And also you request a very long time, yes, then the priority of the job will be is decreased. Yeah. So that's why it's important to get a rough estimation of the time that it will take. So here we recommend this line for purging the modules, as you saw with Birgitte. So there are some interference with the module. Sometimes if you load several versions, and that's why it's recommended to purge at HPC2N, then load the module for Julia, and finally submit the script. Yeah, with SBatch. So this part is a bit more elaborated. This is when you have an environment, and here I call the environment my test environment, where I install a simple package, yes, for doing some calculations. It's called DFTK. But in your case, you have installed other packages. So that's also possible. You can modify this script in that sense to use your own environment. And this is the way to run with HPC2N. Yeah, again, change the project type and the simulation time. Yeah, load the module for Julia. And here you activate the project you are sitting on. Yeah, with this project equal to dot. Finally, the Julia name for the script. Yeah, and then you will see this output. So I will do this with HPC2N. So here you have the example for Julia. Let me see where it is. I will move to my third environment. Yes, this is called in that way in my case. Then open the serial job. We just print out the status. Yeah. And then in my job script, I have this project for the course, yeah, and then I activate the project and change and start it with this dot. Then I submit the job with this batch. Then I can check the output, and it says it is empty, right? Because I haven't installed anything. So then what I can do is, as you saw before, you can activate the project folder and then do the installation, the FTK. So in general, the installations for big packages take a while, right? But in this case, it is relatively a short time because I already installed it. It is just updating the registers. Yeah? Then I submit again the job. Yeah. And you will see the packages that you have installed. In this case, this one, right? So this is how to run the script using your current environment.
Yeah.
So here there is an example for running a serial job. And here you pass two integers as in the command line of the script. Yeah. And you can try this.
Yeah.
Yeah.